Our next guest, feel like we grew up with him. Friend of the show. Let's welcome Mario Lopez.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, Mario?
Hold on, guys. How you doing?
Good to see you. Well, good to see you, man. A nice, familiar face. We haven't seen since maybe like one of the last big fights, right?
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. You guys got some cool backdrops going on right there. I like the setup.
Thanks, man.
This is my apartment. What are you talking about?
Big time. All right.
So you're hosting Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., that whole after Thanksgiving weekend. Tell us about your involvement in this. What are you doing? Is this an event also? What's going on?
It's a good question. They obviously I'm a huge fight fan, and I mean, I guess at this point I could kind of label myself an aficionado and pretty well versed in the field. I've been immersed into the sport for such a long time, and not just training, but getting to know so many of the fighters themselves, the promoters, the managers, all the calling a lot of fights and broadcasts and what have you. So I think they kind of knew that, and they know I can be quick on my feet and doing so much live television, and I happen to know Mike. So when they called me up to see if I'd host the event, I was like, yeah, I jumped all over it. I'm a child of the 80s, grew up loving Tyson, of course, and of the 90s with Roy Jones. So both those guys getting in there, I think is going to be a lot of fun. And the thing about boxing is you can't really box. It's not like an exhibition, like a basketball game or softball game or something. It's still a fight, so you can't pull punches literally. It should be pretty entertaining, a lot of fun.
Dude, I'm so stoked for it. So excited. Love a good fight. You're hosting this, like we said. Now, Stallone, even Roy Jones Jr. has said he's made a mistake taking this fight. Do you agree? What do you think about it? What do you think about the matchup?
I think he's sandbagging, to be honest, because Roy's been very active, actually. He's not only one of the greatest fighters of his generation, but he's literally been active fighting fighters still very much in their prime. I mean, Mike has achieved like this iconic status where you just kind of picture him when he's 20 years old, knocking fools out in the first round. But the reality is it's been, 15 years since he was last in there? And the last time he was in there, he didn't look too great. He's still obviously pretty explosive, and he's got heavy hands, and he's Mike Tyson, but how long will that last? Can it sustain? So, I mean, it's a real fight. We'll see.
Mario, Freddie Roach was on our show, and he said of all the, quote, celebrities that train, he said Mario Lopez has the best skill. So you got Freddie Roach giving you props. What would it take for you? What would it take for you to get in the ring with Tyson? Is there an amount of money that your family could, get? If they said, like, $100 million, what would it take for you?
Well, first of all, I love Freddie. Great guy. And, I fought in about 7 of his smokers, like 3-round fights, right? And he hasn't had one of those in a little while. But they're a lot of fun. And I jump in there with anyone. And I got in with Canelo not too long ago. And he's he's the middleweight champion. Now he's the light heavyweight champion. And even him kind of going light on me. Man, those are some quick, heavy hands, and the skill set's a whole nother level. Oh, my God, I wouldn't even drink. It'd be cool just to get a quick pick for the gram with Tyson in there, but I'm not going to swap hands with Tyson. He's got hands like a hammock. Like it's just, and it'd be a neat. My buddies are teasing me about it, too. But, he's a great guy, and he's always been super cool with me. But I don't know about sparring with him, to be honest.
Last time we talked to Mark Paul, he said you guys train together. Does he have skills, or is he just martial arts? Does Mark Paul Gosselaar have any boxing ability?
Well, we trained. He's talking about jiu-jitsu because last time we got together, we trained in jiu-jitsu, which I also do, and my kids do, and so I like it. And we started training in that, but he really likes that, and he's really into that. So as a matter of fact, he just texted me about training, so we get together every once in a while and we'll spar and stuff. It's fun.
Speaking of Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris, did you ever think you'd be playing AC Slater again in a Saved by the Bell reboot?
A few years back, there was, because when the reboot started kind of coming back up again, we gave it some thought. We did that little thing on Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, like a little reunion.
Yeah,
right. Like, well, why don't we try to put a team together? So then I got together with some guys at NBC, and because I have my deal over here at NBC, and we thought, well, let's if it can be done in kind of a fun, clever way. Like they did a great job with Cobra Kai. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they did an excellent job.
Good. Kidding?
Yeah, so good, right? So if we can do it like that, then why not? It could be a lot of fun. It was more of so it wasn't that I was ever opposed to it. It was just more of I can kind of fit it into my schedule because I got a lot of stuff going on. So I said, and we got an awesome writer and showrunner, and Tracy Wigfield, who won a bunch of Emmys for 30 Rock and the Mindy Kaling Show, and she's been awesome. The new group of kids are great, and Mark Paul and Tiffany, and it's on film too. It's single camera as opposed to like the 4-camera with an audience, so it's definitely a different tone and feel and a little edgier, but I think they do a lot of clever nods with nostalgia, so it should be fun. It's coming out now November 25th, day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it looks dope. It looks dope. Everything about it looks like it's really freaking funny. When you think back, but by the way, it also helps that you guys all look great. That's an easy way to get the cast together. Because if someone looked crappy, they might be like, I don't know. But you guys all look fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Like you said, you got your fingers in everything. You got you're dipping your toe in every possible thing in the entertainment world. Let's talk about the 3 knockdown rule, ESPN Plus. Lots of big fights coming up. You love talking about the fight game. What are you most excited about? Who you want to see right now?
I'm also looking forward to Vasiliy Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. No relation, by the way, but I happen to know the kid, great guy. His father is a real colorful character, and at first I was concerned maybe it was a little soon for him, even though I think he's an excellent fighter. I just you just can't feed steak to a baby. It might be a little soon because Lomachenko, who's also a great guy and has his father training him. He's a special fighter. But I'd rather a fight too soon than too late. And I think this is a pretty tough fight to call, too, because I think that because of the delay with COVID and everything, they made it delayed a little bit. And Teofimo sort of bursting out of the seams for one at lightweight. This is going to be a hell of a fight. And it's the one I'm most looking forward to with the best guys in the division.
It's got to be the takeover, Teofimo. Your thoughts on these spectacles, too, like McGregor, Pacquiao, the possibilities of that. Does that get you excited?
Yeah, I'm all for events. Those are more event-type fights. And, like when Rocky Balboa fought Thunderlips, right? That was fun. So
that was great.
They're kind of event-type fights, and they're a good time. And I think it still draws eyes to the sport, and I know people in the purists it might bother them. I think they're fun, and you might get a great fight out of it too. Pacquiao's not one that so I think he'll really take it as like a real fight, even though he's 41 years old. The guy's a marvel.
Hey Mario, let's do something we call fire or trash. Rich and I were Zach and Slater this past Halloween. Want to know what you think about it? Let's take a look.
Oh, solid. Look at that. Hey, that's a good wig you got right there.
Not bad.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you guys killed that.
Not bad, right?
Not bad at all. Wow, that's solid. You guys should have put in the reboot.
Okay. So you give it a fire? Okay, good.
Bravo.
All right, cool. We did our best.
Perfect.
That was legit.
Right.
That was legit.
3 knockdown rule.
I was gonna say
Tyson.
He's got everything.
Saved by the Bell. You got a lot going on.
Yeah. Trying to stay busy out of trouble. And then Access Hollywood if you need your entertainment news fix at night.
That's right. That's right, man. Hey Mario, thanks for the time, man. We'll see you soon. When this is all over, we'll have to get together for a drink, man.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care.
Later, bro.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.